Hello, and welcome back to the second episode of my devlog series, where I'm making my own Pokemon game without any prior coding experience. This week, I got a good amount done. I added the functionality of long grass, actually putting you into battle. I am mostly done with the attack UI, with the only feature left that I currently have plans to improve being an icon for the type of move in the bottom right, that being physical, special, or status. The next thing I started to work on was the party screen. It took about an hour, and I think it is looking pretty good. The switching functionality is essentially done for standard switching and for when your Pokemon faints. On top of that, I changed the graphic of the attack screen slightly to improve its appearance. After getting that implemented, I decided that the game needed some animations so that things didn't feel so flat. So, as you can see, I got simple animations for both the player and enemy Pokemon as well as the HUD. Now, this isn't where my animation journey ended. I decided that I wanted the Pokemon sprites in the party menu to bounce up and down like they do in the older games, with the selected Pokemon bouncing up and down at a faster rate. What I didn't know was that animations in UI is essentially ultra hell, as getting the animations to sync with one another in my current system with my lackluster coding experience took so long. Eventually, I got something that looks serviceable, as you can see. There are these pauses after you unselect a Pokemon where they don't bob up and down, but after nearly a whole day's worth of work, I'm calling this good enough. After the party system, I started working on status moves, as currently Growl did 1 point of damage rather than its actual effect. Implementing this wasn't too challenging, however, and stat changes are now in the game. The last thing I did this week was begin to work on my own Pokemon for the game. I have a good idea of what I want each of the starters to look like and what I want their archetype to be. For the grass type, I want to make a fast physical attacker who outspeeds their foes to secure a victory. And so now, without further ado, I present the first and second stage of the grass type starter. They're supposed to be a sort of mix between a panther and a tiger, with the end of their tail hosting what looks like electric berries, as when the first stage evolves, it will become a grass electric type. Only 3 Pokemon total have this typing, that being Hisuian Voltorb and Electrode, as well as Mo Rotom. The typing is really good, and it's basically just a better grass type with less weaknesses and more resistances. I'm still workshopping the names, and I plan to gradually do more sprite art for other mods over time. If you want to keep up with my progress, feel free to subscribe, and I would love to see any feedback below if you have any. This has been Panco, and I'll see you next week.